Hey guys, MetalJesus here, and I am back with a quick impressions video of two Numbskull quarter arcade units here. Full disclosure, these were sent to me by Numbskull for review. Nobody's paying me for this video. I'm not getting any sort of kickback or anything like that. All the opinions are my own. Now, the reason why I was really interested in doing this video is because while the Pac-Man unit has been out for a while now, actually the Galaga one is brand new. As a matter of fact, this is a near final prototype that they sent me to get some early feedback on and let you guys see it before it actually ships. Now, if you aren't familiar with these, they're actually pretty cool because, in my opinion, they're actually probably the perfect size for most game rooms. They're only 17 inches tall by about 8 inches deep and 6 inches wide. So that's why they're called quarter arcades, because they're, roughly a quarter of the size of a real arcade machine. Now, these are fully licensed, designed to truly replicate the original arcade machines. But like I mentioned, this Galaga machine is just a near finished version that they're sending out to some of the YouTubers like me to take a quick look at. The final version actually will have slightly different colors on the buttons. Let's talk about some of the features. So they each have a 5-inch LCD that is set to 4:3 aspect ratio. Of course, you're going to want to hear some sound, so they have a built-in speaker with a volume control on the back. There is an LED Backlit Marquee, which looks pretty sweet. It gets power from a micro USB cable that's included in the box, but what's cool is that there is a built-in lithium-ion battery that you can recharge, and it lasts about 4 hours. So what that means is this doesn't have to be plugged in all the time. And as you can see here, all of the original artwork that was on the full-size arcade has been recreated for the smaller unit. So let's go ahead and try it. And as you'll see here, it has the buttons to potentially put in a quarter, although you don't actually have to, you just push the button, but it makes the noise. Then you can select 1 or 2 players, and then you're off to the races. Boy, this is really interesting because I've messed around with some of the smaller arcade machines that have come out from other companies. You know what I'm talking about? Like those ones that are only like maybe 2 or 3 inches tall. And those are cool, but they're really, impractical. Where this is definitely playable. It's just the perfect size to actually be able to play and enjoy the game. And I know it's kind of hard to tell on the video because it's hard to get my camera at the right angle here, but when looking at the screen, like when you're playing it, it actually looks really good. Now I know it's an LCD, screen, but maybe it has something to do with the smaller size, maybe the pixel density or something like that, but in person, it looks really, really good. Now let's go ahead and unbox the Pac-Man one. And the reason why I didn't show this with the Galaga one is because, as I mentioned, that one wasn't fully retail ready. It didn't have all the extras here, but this one does. And so you can see here that the collector's edition is limited to 10,000 copies sold. So once those are sold, there are no more. It also comes with this custom collectible coin, and it reminds me of my own challenge coin that I have on my Patreon. So nice and heavy, very cool. And like the Galaga machine, this is fully licensed by Namco and designed to completely recreate the original arcade cabinet just in a quarter size. And I have to say, just seeing this recreated like this definitely takes me back to my childhood. I remember seeing this classic arcade cab sitting in my local arcade next to Frogger and Joust and so many other great games. It looks so cool. I just love how these have a marquee that lights up. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and put in a quarter, or I guess a virtual quarter here. And like the Galaga machine, I'm definitely impressed with the screen. And I know it's hard to see in this video because the camera is actually a little bit tilted down. And so when you were straight on, when you were looking at it, it has got great blacks, solid colors. It looks in place fine. There's no ghosting or anything like that. Ghosting. But no, it looks and plays great. So you're probably wondering how much they cost. Well, that's where things get a little bit interesting because they retail for $200 US. And I've seen comments online where people feel that that is probably just a little bit too much. And, you know, honestly, I'm on the fence about it because I think if you are an uber fan of Galaga or Pac-Man, you know, $200 for a pretty decent replica of your favorite arcade cab, it's certainly cheaper than buying an original one. I also think it would just make a really good gift. So if you know somebody who loves Galaga or Pac-Man and you're looking for something to get them for their birthday or Christmas, you know, $200, yeah, you can probably swing that. And this is the first of several that they have planned or at least have announced. So they've also talked about Space Invaders, Dig Dug, Track and Field, Galaxian, and also Miss Pac-Man. Actually, as much as I like the original Pac-Man, I actually like Miss Pac-Man even more. So if you want to find out more, go ahead and check out quarterarcades.com, and I'll put a link down in the video description below. And while we're on the subject, I'm just going to say I would love to see one of these, but it's Japanese shoot 'em ups. You know what I mean? Like cave shooters. Can you imagine if they did this, but they had like 2 or 3 cave shooters in there? Oh my God. That would be amazing. They're so expensive too. It's like $200, and that'd be a great deal. All right, guys, love to know what you think down in the comments below. And as always, I want to thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.